Oh shit. Let's see. Need to give it. Hey, what's up, Walker? This is I didn't see you go on, man, so I decided most of my Mustang people aren't on, so I decided just to go on. What's up, Fat Boy? Fox. I can't just say Fat Boy, man. It's just car talk, dude. I'm not really centered it on the MG. Probably mostly Mustang, honestly. I mean, I can talk either though. It's for any of them. Definitely not competing with you over there, buddy. I didn't see you go on though. I guess I should post the link, eh? Give me a second. Guests. Yes. And is it not gonna let me post this dang thing? All right, give me a second. Trying to get this thing working. How's everybody doing tonight? There it is. Boom. I think Sublime GT500 will be coming in a minute, guys. Trying to kind of do this impromptu. I usually like pre-stage everything to where there's like a thumbnail and everything, and I don't have anything for this. Trying to find an image that'll plug and play and just work, if it'll allow me to. Perfect. There we go. How's it going, Primo? Oh, Boosted Panda, what's up, man? Anybody wants to come in? I posted the if you want to come in and chat, I posted the link to jump in. It's the StreamYard link here. I'll post it again. Just in here talking cars. I was a little worried my boss is approaching doomsday for the transmission, but some people kind of talked me off the end there. What are you talking about, Walker? Editing? I got you, man. Yeah, I just I took my boss out the other day. It was finally warm enough. My tires are still getting blown off, and they're probably near the end of their lives anyway. So I'll probably just send them out in a smoking glory here soon. But my transmission's like whining quite a bit, and it was not not at all what I wanted to hear when I was driving. Primo, you got a big video out, or is it just what are you doing, racing or something? Well, it'll be my first burnout in the boss, so I mean, yeah, man. God, I look tired as heck on this camera. It's a stock tune, MJI. It's a stock tune, but it's oh dang, that is a big video. That's a pain in the butt. Put headers on these cars, like anywhere from 05 up, man. It's just a pain in the butt. But yeah, it's a stock tune. I've got how's it going, Mimi? I've got the SLP Loudmouth axle backs. I've got I've opened up the side pipe, so the side pipes had resonators. Cut those out. And I've just done a air raid cold air intake, but the air raid's choked, right? Because I still got the stock tune. So at some point I'll tune it. But I was waiting to do oil pump gears in headers before I tuned it, but I just haven't. Oh, I know, man. Are you having issues with codes, or do you already have a tune to get rid of that code? Let's see. This is weird, man. Yeah, I want to do headers so bad. Problem is, I don't know how well the headers mesh up with the Boss H pipe, and I definitely don't want to mess around with my H pipe too much because I do like the side exhaust, and I think the side exhaust would sound even crazier if I can get long tubes leading right to them. Yeah, man, I've heard. Well, see, I don't know who to go with. A lot of my so I'm in obviously the bunch of the Boss groups, and a lot of my buddies they go with. A lot of them go with Lund, a couple go with Palm Beach Dyno, and then a bunch of the other guys go with the AED. You know, I don't know who to go with, honestly. One of my buddies is really pushing me hard to get AED though. I need to do some more research. Yeah, I didn't see anyone else streaming, so I like texted or I messaged Silverback and I messaged Sublime GT500, and I figured, what the heck, man, let's turn one on. I don't see anyone else on. Kill some time before I have some real work to do here. Stainless power, catless long tube, Steeda H pipe, Outlaws. Yeah, man, the Outlaws do sound good. What year's your car again, Primo? I don't have your channel open in front of me. Let me see. Hey, what's up, man? This is gonna be a smattering of car talk here. It's gonna be no set model or make. It's a 2019. Okay, that's right. And you've already got you have the killer chiller, don't you? And you're already like forced induction, so you're just making it rowdy. Yeah, Primo, don't worry, man. I do everything I can to catch everybody's videos. Try and comment on them all, but every now and then the kids they take my time and oh shoot, I got Coyote Car Guy waiting. What's up, Al?
Hey, what's going on? I just got to shut off the other YouTube so we don't have an echo. What's going on, everybody? What's going on there, brother?
I didn't see anybody else on, so I figured I'd just shoot it on, turn it on.
Hey, Sabino Gunsman in the house. I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, man?
What's going on, Mustang Nation? Hey, Sabino. Yeah, Sabino's got nice cars. Man, I got a bunch of guys with nice cars in here right now.
Yeah, man. What's up, Primo 50? Mustang Nation.
So I took my car out this weekend, and I wasn't really ripping on it, but I was just kind of feeling it out to see if I really was starting to develop like a transmission problem or something, because it's starting to whine a little bit. And all the forums I read, people are saying that it just happens, and that really don't worry about it if it's still shifting fine. Like a bunch of people saying you're going 30, 40K more and just know it since it started and haven't noticed a single difference. But I think I'm going to start saving for hopefully the replacement or a repair. I don't know. Either I'll Band-Aid it with Calmer, or I'll go to a Tremec at some point. But it's still shifting buttery smooth.
And you've got an MT82?
Yeah, the Boss came with. That's like the weakest part of the car, man. It came with the MT82. Oh, there's Walker. So this is gonna be a unique live stream. So we got MG people and Mustang guys in here right now, so it's all over. What's up, Walker?
What's up, man? How's your day?
What's up?
How's your day going?
It's going good, man. It's my grandma's 85th birthday, so we drove down there and it was nice. It was nice to actually like visit family for once.
Yeah, 85th, huh? That's good. That's good.
Yeah, both my grandma's 85, my grandpa's 88. They both still work. That's how you stay alive.
I agree with that. You got to stay busy. You got to keep doing something. You can't just stay home. It's not good for you.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Let's see who I miss. I miss anybody? Boss Man's in the house. Good Boss Man.
What's up, Boss Man?
Oh, Walker's gone.
Yeah. So, what's up, Fat Boy Fox? How's it going? MJ83. What's happening?
So what you been up to, Al? I saw your last video. I saw that one that you had with that kid on there.
Yeah.
Do you know if he did he so he put out, well, it was what was the number? It was almost 500, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did that dynograph that I showed that I wasn't supposed to show, but I don't think James will find out about it. Well, he's eventually going to talk about that car, but that was a Gen 2 with cams, and I'm not sure what intake manifold. It might have even been a GT350. I don't know. Long tubes, E85. He tuned it to 501 horsepower.
Damn.
Out of a Gen 2. So, I mean, I've seen big numbers come out of the Coyotes. Not so much the Gen 1s, but the Gen 2s and the Gen 3s. But getting 500 horsepower out of an NA Coyote with cams or, and a Cobra Jet or a GT350 or an 2018 and up intake manifold, that's not common. Some guys can do it, but you don't see it that often.
Yeah.
It takes custom tuning where somebody refines the tune over and over and over and over again to get every little bit. And that's what James does. He does that. That's the kind of tuner he is. He's not a retail tuner that'll just shoot you a tune here. This will work for you, and it will work for you.
Yeah.
He takes it to the next level, and the next level after that, he gets really good numbers out of stuff. And then, I'm sorry.
You go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, he works on the drivability too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He drives the car around, and if it hiccups, if it's got a little stumble here or there, or if it's got a little tip-in problem or something, he works on that. He knows exactly what to do. He works it out.
See, I used to live right by. So when I was in Virginia Beach, JLT is stationed out of Chesapeake, Virginia, and so they were 5 minutes from my house. And so when they were developing like all their intakes and stuff, they test their products at a tuner, DTP, Dyno Tune Performance. A guy named Brent out there, and he took their JLT2 intake for I guess my year car or whatever. And the guy who was he was the test bin for it, and with just the JLT2 and he had headers, I think. But he got his bosses start out at probably about, I want to say, probably get him about 390, 400, close to 400 at the wheel, stock close, not quite there, but he got his tune to like 456 from just the intake and some headers, which was pretty good, I thought. And
that's a Boss 302 engine. Did I hear you right? Okay.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. I mean, it's all he had. He had literally not changed anything else other than he put the headers in and just an intake. I don't even know if he had modified any other part of his exhaust.
Was that on pump gas or E85?
It was 93.
93. So 450 is pretty good. Gen 1 is like a Roadrunner engine like the one you have, which is basically a Boss 302 is like a Gen 1, only better.
Yeah.
This is an engine that is similar in cam timing to a Gen 2.
Yeah,
and Hey, what's up, man? But the Boss 302 does not have IMRCs. You know, there's things about it that differentiate it from a Gen 2. But the cylinder heads on a Boss 302 are CNC ported. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of airflow there to be had, plus better cams than regular Gen 1 cams.
Yeah.
So I would say 450 is pretty doggone good.
I mean, I'd be very happy with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 50 plus more horsepower.
Yeah.
When it can play. What's up, man?
Desmond's in the house, gone at 60. What's up, Des? Des, how's it going, man? Did you get power back? Did you get an electric bill? What's going on, man? How you been holding up down there?
What's up, Broken Tool? So, Al, this is AB's garage. He's got a GT350.
Nice.
A little bit different than a Coyote, but
a little. What year is your GT350?
2016.
2016. You know, talking GT350s, I had a chance to see one disassembled. Okay, and I was really surprised to see a couple things about it. For one, there's been a CNC program run through the heads, right? So it's not an as-cast casting. So airflow is really good through a GT350.
Yeah.
But a GT350 does not have DI, right? It doesn't have direct injection. It's port injection, like anything like Gen 2s, you know, Gen 1s and Gen 2s.
Yeah.
But the thing that I noticed about the GT350 heads that were off the engine was that the bosses for the DI are there. They're not drilled and tapped. In other words, it appears to me that the GT350s possibly at some point were being tested with DI. And
yeah, I mean, it's 12-to-1 compression, so I'm amazed that it's not. But
it doesn't have the DI. But I did not know.
350 engine, did you see taken apart, a Gen 1 or a Gen 2? Because a Gen 1 is more based off the Coyote than a Gen. I mean, the Gen 2 is an evolution of obviously the Gen 2 Voodoo is an evolution of the Gen 1 Voodoo.
Right.
But when the Gen 1 came out, that's when the Gen 2 Coyote was out. So the direct injection wasn't out at that point for the Coyote.
Yeah. I think what happens sometimes is that Ford's testing stuff behind the scenes. You know, we never know about it.
Yeah.
They were testing on the. I mean, I'm guessing a little bit here. I don't know which engine I saw. It might have been one of the Gen 1s probably, but I can't say for certain. I still have the video of it. Actually, I took video of it, and I never used it for anything. I could probably put it on my Instagram. But
I'm gonna get.
I definitely feel the bosses like DI goes from inside the lifter valley. Well, not the lifter valley. The validated motor. There's no lifters in a Coyote, but in there, when the intake manifold is off, I could see the little holes that were in the spots where, you know, on my Gen 3 where the DI would be. It's just that they were cast closed, as if maybe they tested it once or twice and realized, you know, something, we're just going to build this one with port injection and not put the DI in it. And then eventually they came out with the DI on the Gen 3s in 2018. And I did not know that. You know what I mean? It's like something that
No, I didn't either.
Yeah. And
Hey, Sabino, you want to come in?
I'm sorry?
I was asking if Sabino wanted to come in. I think he's definitely mentioned coming in these before, but I haven't seen him pop in yet.
So Desmond, I'm gone in 60, says no more rolling brownouts. Well, that's good.
Yeah. Where's he out of? In Texas?
San Antonio.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy. The whole state shut down.
Yeah. There's a good friend of mine. I know him pretty well. He's been a friend of mine since like when I started my channel 3 years ago. You know.
I actually think I lost a couple people today because I've posted nothing but Mustang videos because it's too cold to drive a damn convertible outside. So I'm obviously not going to take my convertible outside. and so I think I've had some MG folks ditch me. But that's all right. It's just how it is.
Come on, people.
Well, you know what? That goes with the territory. You know?
It does. It's just how it's the kind of thing I decided I wanted to do. I just have 2 cars, and I'm not gonna do 2 separate channels. It's just too much.
Yeah.
I can relate to that a little bit because I like am this Mustang channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was a mistake. That was a mistake doing that. A Mustang channel is a very narrow corridor. You'll do well with Mustangs, get good views, but you're not you're not broad enough to bring in all those other viewers. There's viewers for all kinds of stuff out there. You know, so you try to walk a tightrope by doing Mustangs and keeping all your Mustang people, but then you try to put up something that appeals to somebody else, and you lose a few of these and you gain a few of those, and it's like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I've decided to put up whatever I got. Like I got Honda videos, I got videos of Civics, boosted Civics that put down over 400 to the front wheels, and it's like, okay, I got this video. What am I gonna do? Not post it? I'm gonna post it.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Matt?
What's up?
My baby, see you later.
Yeah, I took my MGB out. There was a day that was 60 degrees last week, middle of the week. And I took it out, and I just changed the water pump, so I was kind of like op testing my water pump. As soon as I parked it, I don't know why, but I drove it for like an hour, and as soon as I parked it in my garage, I come back like, I don't know, 5 minutes later, and I'm smelling coolant. And I look under the car, it's just pouring out, and it's not from the pump, it's from the upper radiator hose. I guess it just expanded a little bit, and it was just enough for it to start leaking. But it was weird because it was coming out the radiator hose and not the it wasn't like going into my expansion tank like it should have.
You talking about on the box?
No, thank God, dude. That would have been an F nightmare.
I was like, oh shit.
I've had to take that freaking radiator out of that car twice already, and I hate dude. There's so many things I'd much rather do than that. It is the worst. It is so tightly packed in there. It's just tough to take it out.
So Broken Tool Garage makes a really interesting comment.
What's up, Fat Boy Fox?
Says his highest viewed video is a Slant 6 Clifford Headers Flowmaster muffler, way more than his Fox stuff combined. Just goes to show you never know. You never know what's gonna get interest.
Yeah.
Didn't you say, AB? You said you're in the same boat, right? Wasn't yours like a truck video or something?
Yeah, I have an oil change video. But that's also, my channel's not just my GT350. It's all sort of automotive and servicing, maintenance, DIYs, installs, track days. It's not just. That's why I kind of called it this.
A lot of people love those oil change videos because if people want to start doing them themselves, you know what I mean? They're like, okay, I need some info here.
Yep. That's exactly why.
I actually have an oil change one for my car saved for the first time I go to do it for this car.
Smart move, AB. Diversify. Just do whatever you got. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, like I'm still within the automotive realm. It's just not, because I mean, I'm a little bit biased. My track day stuff doesn't really it's not a huge hit for people. What the clickbait stuff is like drag strips and burnouts and stuff. Nobody wants to watch a car go around a racetrack, even if it's from within behind the dash.
That's one set.
To me, that's the most exciting thing in the world. Like honestly, drag strips are boring to me, and burnouts is just a waste of time and tires and money and stuff. But it's what I enjoy, and they say you should put out stuff that your subscribers want or that people want to watch, but I got other videos for that, just
So Silverback's in the house. He says hello to everybody. What's up, Silverback? How you feeling anyway?
I talked to him. He was just getting X-rays done, so he's probably not coming in. I think he said he's just saying hey.
Okay. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the truck video. It was a 2020 F-150. It was my dad's. We did its first oil change at about 2,500 miles. And I just knew doing it when we did it. I mean, the truck had only been out for 6 months. So
Yeah.
brand new, anytime I can do one on a brand new model, I jump on it. So.
Yep. That's the stuff people want to see, the newest stuff. Doesn't matter, whatever.
Like
Look,
a brand new 2021 on the lot, and I went and ran into it just to do a quick little oil service light reset. Even though the truck had 6 miles on it, I still went and did the video because it's a 2021, and people are searching the hell out of that truck because it's all new and everything. So
I'll have to check out your channel. I haven't been there, but I'll check it out. You got to watch what you say when you talk about other people's channels because YouTube's got some interesting rules now.
I know. Oh my! Don't even get me started.
You learned that the hard way in my last live stream.
Yeah.
So how do we say it now, Matt?
I lost 12 from the last one. So all of you watching, you know what to do. I'm not going to say anything, and I'll get you back eventually.
Yeah. Just check out each other, and that's it. You don't even have to say it. People are going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you tell them how we say it, Matt?
That's G-Funk, man. I just copy him. All right, let's not make it sound like we came up with it here.
I still think that's the funniest way to say it, though.
G-Funk's a rip. He comes up with stuff. I don't know how this guy comes up with this stuff, but he spits out some pretty funny stuff sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had Orlando Cars and Coffee today. I have a GT350 friend that's Pro Charge that he puts 900 down to the tire. And then I have a Twister Orange GT500 friend that puts down 1,000 to the tire.
Really?
We're all there together.
You know, Des, I went to half-mile event. Want to go fast half-mile event in a Mockley Speedway a couple of years ago. And I got some really good videos. The problem is it was so windy that day that none of my video was usable. I couldn't use any of it with all the noise from the wind.
I was shocked. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Al.
No, Silverback, you got to make sure you put the apostrophe in the channel name.
Yeah, I'll check you out after this, AB.
I put a really cheap because I didn't know if it would stick very well, so I put a really cheap Chinese knockoff GoPro on my rear deck lid, and it was like just behind the little splitter or the air or whatever the heck you want
Diffuser.
Yeah, thank you. And it shot it, so the air was getting pushed away, and I was like, "This is gonna probably sound like ass," and it actually came out sounding pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's so.
I think somebody already asked Silverback, but I think I got on here, Al, after you just asked him. How you doing, Silverback? Did he say if he went to the doctor or anything, or no?
Yeah, he got X-rays today. I was texting him earlier or messaging him on Instagram.
Okay. And I'm Gone in 60. What's up, man? Sorry, I didn't say hello to you. Broken Tool, he's on here.
You know, it's funny, Desmond, that you say that because I just threw something up on my other channel, Smokey's Lightning. That's a channel that I just throw stuff up there. I don't even care. Sometimes I use it as a test to see. Yeah, just to see if I'm going to get copyright strikes on things, because sometimes I go to car shows and I take videos and there's music playing in the background, right?
Ooh, that's the worst, man.
There you go.
So you know what I did today? Matt, I think you saw what I put up today.
Oh yeah.
Did you notice?
Comment on it?
Yep, I did. Did you notice something about the music? Because the first time I uploaded it, I had a copyright strike because of the music that was in the background. So what I did was I added more music to it to confuse.
Throw the house at it.
You know what I'm saying? So
I've done this too.
There was two musics playing, so I'm going to be careful what I say now. Okay, they couldn't decipher which music it was, so when I uploaded it the second time, no copyright strike.
Yeah, because it was all jambalaya.
Yes, so it sounds kind of funny. Did you notice it, Matt? Yeah. Did you notice that? Yeah, you did. Yeah. So I'm gonna play around with that to see how much, when I add music to it, how much volume do I actually have to put in it for it to wash out, so to speak?
Yeah.
But that's the first time I did that, because my other choice is to just take the sound out altogether and just put my music on it and leave it at that. But I was trying to give it that a little bit of feeling of you there sort of stuff, you know. But they, you know, what are you gonna do? You're out doing something, you videoing something, and there's some DJ there blasting music, right? Which I always can't stand when that happens. But that's what you find just about everywhere you go. And so that's one of the things I did. I threw the music behind it just so you could still hear people talking and this and that. But it was kind of, you know, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was weird. I wasn't so sure if anybody would pick up on that. But do you want to
So
use
let
the
me
kind
ask you, Al,
Is
if
it gonna
you're
be
not
safe for me to have
monetized,
my URL in that chat? I don't want to get. I just hit 600. I'm not trying to go down another 12 and do it all over again a third time.
You should be fine. Man. You should be fine, honestly.
so Al, let me ask you, if you're not monetized, and like say I post a video where music is on there, what will they even bother to say anything to me because I'm not
Yeah,
monetized?
it'll mark it, and then when you do get monetized, you just won't ever get any money for that video if anybody ever watches it again.
Yep.
I'm curious to post a video with some music on it just to see what they do or say. What do they do?
Sometimes it can count as a strike, right?
Yeah, they can kind of, if it's egregious enough, they can give you a strike or a point or something. They mark it in some way, and if you do enough of it, they'll just delete your channel.
Yeah.
Really?
If you or what they'll more likely do is it'll be like, oh, you probably just effed up, so you can mute this part of your video, or you can choose from our music library and throw something in. So like when I posted that, so I've been experimenting with the shorts, right? And I posted the one in my garage was like the first one I did, just kind of showing my car and my kids' cars. And I used American Badass by Kid Rock. I immediately got a strike as soon as I posted it. Not a strike, but I got hit, so I had to change the music immediately.
So how do they send you the notification? Do they put a comment in the video, or what do they do?
You'll go in your studio and you'll see it right there, and they send you an email and all that.
Yeah, you'll see it when you go in your studio. When you post a public video, if there's a copyright claim in it, you'll see it across the like when you, I don't know, it's hard to explain. When you go into your studio, you go into your what they're calling content now. They used to call it videos, but on the content search, you click on that, it gives you a list of the videos.
Careful with those comments.
And you'll see if
Like
it's
super
green, but if there's a copyright claim, it'll say not monetized with a slash through it, then it'll say copyright claim next to it. Copyright claim, if it says copyright claim, it's not the end of the world. Your video will stay up. It's just that if you become monetized and that video can get revenue, you won't get the revenue. There's
Unless you fix it.
that goes to the author of the music and they get the revenue.
So
that's how that works.
Suppose say I make a video, it does okay, nothing great, but then I get monetized, but they had already put a strike or something against it. But if I go back and fix it after the fact, then do I still, or is it once it's got a strike, you can't make any money from that video?
No, you can go back because they give you the option to take the music out, and they'll do it for you, and then the claim will come off. I've done that because a lot of my early videos, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
They were letting me put music on it. I was putting music on it, and there wasn't even a claim on it. It wasn't until I got monetized. Then all of a sudden, all these claims started to show up. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, okay.
You know, so the best thing to do is to, you know, I mean, if it matters to you, that you might get monetized and you don't want to let your revenue go to the author of some music that you used, just find some non-copyright music and use that. There's plenty of good music out there, you know.
Yeah, like I said, my editing skills are less than zero, so you know, if I'm just gonna go no music, we'll just go no music.
Yeah.
So Broken Tool, it all works on like this algorithm, right? So YouTube's going to promote the stuff that they think is going to get them the most people glued to their screens the longest. So if you can re-upload, if you thought that you like titled it wrong or you put bad tags, you can do that again. I've definitely considered that because I've definitely screwed that up on probably my first 100 videos for sure. But I decided just to hell with it, and I just re-tag some of them, and if they get picked up, they get picked up. But some of your older videos might also pop in. So if somebody posts a video that's like super popular, all of a sudden it's like a bigger name, and you have a video that's pretty close, and yours will get suggested a ton. Like I posted a video like the joys of owning an MGB, and it was like crap. I got like nothing for like a month, and then out of nowhere, all of a sudden I had 2,000 views in like 3 days, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" Like I wasn't expecting it. So it all depends, man.
What's up, I say, Mike?
Sabino Gunsman asked a question. How does it work once you have 1,000 subs? Can you go live on YouTube? Actually, you can go live on YouTube even if you don't have 1,000 subs.
Yeah, I've
man.
been going
Really?
live like crazy.
Yep.
I've only got 600 and whatever I got. I don't know what I got. I got something. I lost like 4 today, so I'm dropping like flies right now.
I've got under 160, and I've been
I
going
think I
live
could go
like
live
crazy.
once. That wouldn't let me.
It's all StreamYard. Just go to StreamYard.com, and you can literally very easily create an account and go live anytime.
Yep.
What's up, Sabino? He's got it. I love his car, dude.
You
I
see,
watched a
AB,
couple of his videos.
this is StreamYard. This one is StreamYard. If you use this program, you just follow the prompts. You'll be able to figure it out. Dude, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
If you're like this guy in the bottom left, you'll use up your free hours, and they'll kick you off for a month or whatever it is.
I still use the free program, and I don't go live a lot. The only time I go live is when my tuner is going to be with me. I'm expecting to see some copycats on that. Now that I got my tuner on, I expect other people to say, "Hey, that's a great idea. Let's go do it ourselves." You know. But
but there's only so many really good tuners out there. It's not like everybody's got a good tuner sitting next to them, you know.
Yeah. But
See,
it's a good way. It's a good way to do a live stream because you're bringing somebody on that really has a lot that people would be interested in. I know that when I first started talking to James and he would talk to me tuning, it just literally blew my mind. You know, the kinds of things that come out of these guys is incredible. He talks to me candidly, and it's going to take him a little time to get used to doing this on a live stream.
Yeah.
But once he loosens up and gets used to the idea, I'm sure he'll knock the audience dead with some of the things that he talks about.
Well, it definitely takes getting used to. Like my first few are me just actually I think I deleted like my first like 3 because it was just me sitting in front of a screen, and I was like, well, I talked to like 3 guys today via chat. That's kind of weird, so I'm gonna get rid of that.
So where are you guys located at? The other 2 that I haven't met?
Chicago. Al's in Florida.
Oh, I'm in Deltona, Orlando area.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
How's the weather, man?
nice.
Yeah.
Don't start no weather talk, please.
Okay, well that gets
That's a sensitive subject with me right now.
I'm in Fort Myers. I'm way south on the West Coast, so we're warm here all the time.
Yeah.
We're 75 in the house, 69 degrees outside, which that sounds really good to everybody, just about everybody right now. But when we get into next month, we're summer already. We're already getting close to 90 degrees in March.
I'm going to the firm on Sunday. It's supposed to be 85.
Yeah, huh? Wow. Yeah, see, 85 gets to be too hot for me already.
Yeah, it's gonna be that'll be the hottest track day that I've taken the car out to. Yeah.
You know, I'm not a Floridian. I come from up north. I come from the Northeast, so I'll never get.
I come from Ohio.
Yeah, so not too far from me.
I mean, it's been 11 years since I lived there, but
you know what I'm dealing with.
So Broken Tool Garage drops a comment. He says he did a DIY garage paint job video and it hardly got any views. You know something? That sucks. That sucks that happens. You put something up, you think that everybody would be interested in it. I know how that feels. You know, you put it's like there's no explanation for it. I wish there was some thinking process that you could understand why that happened, so you don't do it again. But you never know. You know.
Well, one of the videos that I did was a dumb video, but my kid had an idea, so we did it. So I pulled my son's tooth with the boss, and I was like, oh, this is going to be actually really popular, probably. Nah, I got like my normal amount of people that watched it.
Yeah.
And so I thought for sure.
What kind of thumbnail did you use? What kind of keywords did you use and title?
Yeah, that's probably it, right? The thumbnail's good though. You got him standing right there, a string coming out of his mouth, and the car's parked right in front of him. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's about to happen. It's even like the words are across the top. So,
Dang. Yeah, I don't get it sometimes.
You know, I'm of the opinion that F-150 content is good content, right? I mean, F-150 is the most popular truck out there. Everybody's doing something with F-150s. I gave some advice to somebody at one time who was asking me, what do you think would be good content? I said, do F-150 content. You got a truck, an F-150, your friend's got a Dodge truck. Do some kind of comparison, do something. So what he did was he did an acceleration side by side in a parking lot that was big enough for them to get to like 50 miles an hour. You know, so the F-150 with the EcoBoost versus the one with the Hemi, it was an interesting comparison. You know, that video did very, very well. I mean, really, for that person's channel, that was one of his best videos that he posted on his channel compared to his other videos. Like he got thousands of views where he otherwise would get hundreds of views.
yeah.
Okay,
What's going on, Frank? Sorry, Al.
Oh no, that's all right. So I'm like, okay, so I go and I get F-150 content. I get an F-150 FX4 on a dyno with a I think it's a 3.5 liter EcoBoost where it gets tuned, and we pick up a ton of power with it, and we had to drain fuel out of the tank, and we had to do all kinds of stuff, and we had problems, but then we made good power in the end. And you know something? It was the worst video on my channel that I posted in 2 years in terms of views. And it's like, you know, I mean, it could get. I mean, I drove all the way over to the East Coast to get that video. I traveled for that, man. I went out of my way for that, and nobody's interested. So what are you gonna do? You know,
this video
What's going on?
when Sabino's talking about here, I've actually seen this video. It like popped up on my suggested. It's probably one of the 14,000 that he's talking about.
Hey, B, what kind of car do you have?
A GT350,
What year?
16.
Oh, nice. Is it all stock, or did you do stuff to it?
I mean, it's got like the R suspension. It's got, you know, catch cans and just some basic stuff. Nothing powertrain wise.
Gotcha.
yeah.
What color is it?
Shadow black, no stripes.
Nice. Do you follow my friend? I'm losing my head now. Brian from Rated R Cars.
I don't know if I follow him. I remember you talking about him, and I did not have my laptop in front of me. I'll look him up now.
Yeah, he has a black GT350, and
His videos are priceless.
yeah, he's good. He's good.
He's really good.
His engine broke.
Oh yeah.
His engine broke. He had one of the early ones, and the block cracked.
Oof.
The block cracked when they pulled the intake manifold somewhere in the valley right there. There was coolant laying in the valley.
Maybe I have seen that.
And
I mean,
so
mine's one of the early ones.
yeah. Not all of them have problems, but his did. And they
16 and
replaced his
17 definitely have
engine.
the highest probability.
They gave him the new version. They gave him the next version. Like
Yeah.
I really don't know that much about GT350s, but at one point, like you say, there was the Gen 1 and the Gen 2, you know? So they replaced his Gen 1 with the Gen 2. So he's got the better motor. And
Yeah,
he
you
had
can't get a Gen 1 anymore.
yeah, he had to pull the valve cover. Not the valve cover, but something on the valve cover. And underneath that, there was a tag that led him to identify his motor as to which one it was. And he you know, through warranty, because Ford paid for it all, he got a new motor. Problem is, for resale, that's not so great because the numbers don't match anymore.
That's debatable. I mean, to a collector, if the car's going to be, you know, a 3,000 mile car 50 years down the road, yeah, it's going to matter. But for resale, to a private seller, they're going to want the Gen 2.
Yeah, true. Unless there's what is it?
I got my first troll.
It goes on. What am I? I'm for some reason.
Either north.
I'm moving up in the world, guys.
Look
Here
at
we
this,
go.
AV. You're doing pretty good. But 5-0 Primo, you're
Wouldn't
not.
it be funny if it was actually him? That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. I'd be, yeah.
And then you feel
Well,
special.
You know what
Yeah,
it is when Ford replaces your motor like that, it comes up on the Carfax, right? So
Hey.
if somebody runs a Carfax on your car, it's going to come up. And
Everybody, be careful when you post what you're doing. Say I shook your hand or something like that. Don't post the S word here.
Say I left a snowball at your door for you. Anything that makes it sound like you made a
I'm
delivery.
a Ford tech at a dealership up near me. Haven't replaced any motors, but we sell mostly trucks. But when the Shelbys do come in, I told them, I came here to work on those, so I want them.
What's up,
I had to do
540
3 weeks ago. I had to do a tire on a brand new 2020 Carbon Track Pack 500.
Really?
Yeah, I took pictures of the part numbers, the wheels, and everything, and I had my parts guy run it. $7,000 per wheel.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good.
Good. And it took 2 people to mount the tire. It took me and my shop foreman to mount the tire because you could not obviously use our tire machine and clamp down on the wheel or press in the barrel of the wheel. So basically, he had the bar, to help, be the seat the tire, and I had to manually turn the tire with the assistance of the machine because you couldn't put that much pressure on it.
Yeah.
It was nerve-wracking.
Oh
I'm
my
enjoying
god,
the
that
topic.
is funny.
I'm just gonna let them keep posting, man. Some good comic
I
relief
used to
here.
be in the auto oil pump. Oh,
There's a video I'd like to see, or maybe not. Maybe from the backside. Oh god, that is hilarious.
what's an auto oil pump industry? Or more or less, what's the auto pump or oil pump industry? Like, you built oil pumps, or like, are you talking like pumping oil out of a,
Out of the ground, maybe.
yeah. Elaborate.
Maybe he was in a manufacturing facility that made
But yeah,
oil.
anyway, back to the wheel. I separated the wheel and the tire, and the tire is probably 5 to 10 pounds heavier than the wheel.
Dang.
No
They're
kidding.
super light.
Wow.
That's insane.
They said he built oil pumps.
Okay. I want to do that on my car.
Oil pump gears?
Yeah.
MG's had what, Walker?
Yeah, I did the oil pump gears on the Roush before I got rid of it.
5-0 Primo, to answer your question on subs, apparently, because I heard this through you guys, that
Yes.
YouTube now, if you ask for subs, like if you agree with somebody's sub for sub, they will take those subs away from you. They'll unsub you to those people.
Yeah, Primo. I've lost 17 in 24 hours.
You'll still be subscribed. You'll still be, shaking hands, but it won't count towards your numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Because I randomly thought that I don't like not trusting people and thinking that like people like if people don't want to be subscribed.
I'm gonna put my
Don't subscribe.
Instagram tag. That way, if you want to tell me you did something, you can put it on there, and then give me a couple days, and I'll shake back.
Oh.
There.
Wait, 2019 GT 500 oil pump gears. Does he mean the 2020? I'm assuming, since there was no 500 in the 19.
Yeah, probably.
And 5.0 Primo, no, not necessarily talking about other people's channels. It's literally like if somebody says, "Hey, thanks for, subbing me. I subbed you back." They don't like to hear stuff like that.
Or if you post that in a comment on someone's videos, you say, "Hey man, just subscribe. Great stuff." Well, if that person subscribes you back, says hit you back, well, you just effed yourself.
Yes. YouTube unsubs you.
Yeah.
They see that you did that, and they unsub you. I had
I've
David
lost-
Martin.
That's
David
so
Martin.
stupid.
Yep,
I've lost
David-
20 in the last 3 months, and it was
we
2
all
big
know
hits.
David
It was
Martin, right?
2 times. The last time I went live here, and then this one time back in beginning of December, I was on an awesome thread that everybody was just, shaking back and forth. Every time somebody would comment something, we knew somebody else had just, put their stuff out there. So it was just awesome. It was a huge boost. I went from like 170 to I was in the low twos, and then gravity, boom.
Yeah, YouTube's been playing around with subs. I noticed myself, my sub count goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down.
Which doesn't make sense, They got to know, like, it's going to happen anyway. There's no way to stop that, you know. But I guess they're just trying to deter just blatant, I
think they're probably trying to decrease as many people as they can, or at least slow down the process of people first being monetized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they don't want everybody reaching 1,000 subs as soon as they possibly can, because obviously it's going to cost them
YouTube
money.
gets paid for the ads. I mean, the quicker you can run ads on your videos, the quicker they start getting paid too.
True.
Yeah. So Big Bride makes a good point. They do go in and they purge any account that like people no longer use if it doesn't exist anymore. Like someone got rid of that email address, it just goes away. Or if it's like a dead account, or if the person's violated some rules, they'll kick it out, and then you'll lose that sub. You can lose subs for a bunch of reasons, and there's actually like a part in your analytics. I looked it up. I can't remember I can't explain it right now, but you can actually figure out where your subs went if you lost a bunch. If they were it was deactivated accounts, or it'll say other, and other you might not necessarily know. You'll never know what that is.
Dang. Didn't know that.
Well,
Yeah, no, that has no effect on it, Sabino. If you come in the live stream or stuff like that, that has zero effect on it.
Desmond's saying he's having a hard time reaching 1K. I've noticed that subscriber growth is harder these days. It's slower. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they figure out how to stunt that growth, but they definitely are.
I think what they put in the algorithm is they want more consistency and more frequent. So for the last, I want to say, month, I've been doing, whether it's a short video that I was just a straight up, just shoot and I post it. Because when I do an oil light reset video, which I've done a ton of those, and some of those have done fairly well for what they are. That's just I shoot it and then I immediately upload that. There's no editing. I don't, do anything fancy. There's no need to. So sprinkle in those with actual edited videos. I have a diverse amount of videos that I'm putting out, and I've been doing about 3 a week for the last month, and I've started to see if I look over the last 28 days, I can see a slow increase in the trajectory of basically everything. My click-through rate, my impressions, everything.
Did you see how 4Blue spelled it in that last comment that he put? That's kind of a good way to do it too. You know what I mean? If you're breaking it down to where it's not the actual word, but you're still saying what you need to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that probably serves well too.
Nah, I'm not going to risk that. I'd rather just say something stupid.
Yeah.
I don't even
Just said what I just said.
I never even bring it up. I figure if somebody wants to sub, let them sub. My content gets to subs. I don't like to ask for stuff like that. I never did. I mean, at the end of when I post a video, at the end, a lot of times now I'll say, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you later.
You're encouraged to do that. When people are asked or told to do something, or they call it the thought of something about action, call to action. Yeah, call to action. When you include that, people subconsciously feel the need to facilitate that, or
follow along.
People like being told what to do. That's the.
But YouTube's definitely changed. I tell you what, man, I haven't been doing this that long. It'll be 3 years, I think, next week.
For everyone here that is trying to grow their channel, I subscribe to the channel called Think Media, and it's helped me a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
So what'd you get out of it?
I'm based on all the stuff that I'm spitting out to you right now, like the whole consistency and videos for newer channels. They reference or they kind of compare it to speed dating. Don't put out 10, 15, 20-minute videos, you know, out the start with short stuff, you know, make it high quality, and then build up from there. You know, the SEO, the search engine, whatever, optimization, where you do your research before you post something or think about recording something. Search keywords and make sure you include those in your titles and stuff, and rewording your titles to, even though if it doesn't make sense grammatically, to get the, you know, the more important words at the front, you know, to grab the attention. Just a ton of stuff. I haven't watched any of their stuff about like recording gear and, you know, this and that. It's more just growth and how to, you know, just attract. And so I'm trying it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, great channel.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm just I was doing pretty good this past month. I was growing pretty steadily, and then today hurt a little bit. But that's probably. I mean, I'm sure I'm losing some of my MG folks for sure. I mean, I've just been. I'm doing.
I was
nothing.
averaging in a month. I was averaging 2 per day. Over the last month, averaging 4. I doubled what I was getting before.
That's good. That's good. That sounds like that's working for you. 4 a day is a lot. That's a lot. You know, when you think about it, 365 days out of the year, multiply that by 4, and that's where you'll be next year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I just think it'll multiply from there if I continue. That's why I have like 5 things that I need to edit and put together. So I did a GT350 transmission service video, a differential service video. I did a little how-to for priming your oil circuit after you do an oil change on a lot of the newer Fords. You'll have to stick around for that, you know. But no, I'll just spill the beans. If you get in the car and push the gas all the way to the floor, and then push the clutch in, or if it's an automatic, you know, put your foot on the brake and try to start it, it won't start. It'll just crank over for about 5 to 6 seconds. So after you do like an oil change, or you do your oil pump gears, and you depressurize the, you know, you're doing phasers or whatnot, you do that, it'll, you know, help prime the engine with oil before you start it.
That's good to know.
Not everybody knows.
So wait a second. Will that work on this car?
I haven't tried it on a 2500, but I've tried it on my, you know, my 350. I've tried it on some newer F-150s, you know, because I'm doing phasers on the EcoBoost engines a lot. I mean, I don't see why it won't. Just go try it. Just go out in your car, but instead of normally how you would start it, just put your foot to the floor on the accelerator pedal first, and then try and start it and see what it does.
So wait, you're saying foot on the brake and foot all the way to the floor on the gas, or just the foot on the floor of the gas?
Accelerator pedal all the way to the floor first, then go through your normal starting procedure.
In other words, if you hold your foot to the floor, you put your gas pedal and hold it to the floor, you'll crank it over and it won't start. It'll go kick, 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 kick. The engine will be turning over, building oil pressure, but it won't start.
Yeah.
And that's good when the car has been sitting for a while, or you've just changed the oil. And you want that pressure to build. You want your oil filter to fill. You want that pressure to build.
I need to get this video out now.
So wait, my foot shouldn't be on the brake at all, or it should?
After, so you get in the car. First thing you do, accelerator to the floor.
Okay.
Then foot on the brake, push the start button.
And then just hold it for a little bit to let it turn over.
While it's in neutral.
Well, his won't
neutral.
DTC.
Well, if it's an auto, obviously just park is fine, I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay. Curious to see if that works. Although,
I was going to put like a thumbnail on the tag was going to be, you know, things that, you know, every GT350 owner should know. But I'm trying to think of another way to incorporate, you know, I don't want to just say Ford owner, but
well, you could say, hey, look, I know that it works on my car, 2018 Mustang with a 10-speed. No,
I'm willing to bet 100% it does. I mean, I've gone as far back as I tried it on my Fusion, you know, as a 2015. I think I've done it on a couple S197 Mustangs.
It's something that you can try. There's no harm in trying. It's likely to work.
I want to say I would say that it's going to work on most of the cars after 2010, and most of them with at least Ford wise. Once they went to electronic throttle bodies and stuff. Because obviously, if you have a cable-driven throttle body, I mean, it's just going to, you know.
5.0 Primo, I would really want to, dude. Trust me, I do. But the roads are so salted out here; they're white. They're literally white roads. It's just ridiculous, and I don't want to get all that salt under the chassis and stuff.
EcoBoost the MG.
I'd love to, man. That'd be sick.
That would. No, but you're better off keeping that car stock as possible, I think.
No, I mean, I'm gonna wait to do that. I want to do a swap at some point, but I'm probably gonna wait till my kids are a little older, man. And who knows if I'll keep the car for a while at least. Maybe I'll get something else for the kids. It's a fun car to drive, man. It gets looks everywhere you go. I'll say that.
I knew somebody who had one of those back in the 70s. He had an MG.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same year as the one you have. What year is yours?
Mine's a 74 and a half because it was supposed to be a 75, but since it was manufactured in 74, they changed the emissions regulations in 75 here in America. So in order to get by the new law, they just renamed them 74 and a half.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's about the year that some kid when I was growing up, some guy was some friend of mine who had an older brother had an MG like that one. And it was cool, man. We loved it. I mean, there were lots of muscle cars around still. You're in the 70s, the muscle cars were still all over the roads. And this guy goes and buys a little MG. And he's like totally different than everybody else. Yeah. You know what was popular back then was the 240Zs, the 280Zs. There was a lot of them around in the late 70s, man. They were everywhere.
I bet. Now you can't find them without tons of rust problems, just like the MGs. It's hard to find them.
They used recycled metals when they built a lot of those cars back then. They were just recycling stuff. The metal wasn't pure. It rusted out really easy. Huh. 270Z?
The old Datsuns.
My first car that I bought myself was a 350Z.
I never heard of a 270Z. 240, 260, and 280, but a 270?
Later, Broken Tool.
Later.
Okay, 280. That makes sense. What year was it? Was it a 2+2? I know a guy had a 2+2. It had a little bubble in the back. That you like it. The seating in the back was a little bit better in the 2+2.
Been a long day.
Oh, Al, I think Sabito asked earlier how much horsepower you were making on your car. I'm not sure if you ever replied. You were 800 to the wheel, right?
800 to the wheel. And then my track times backed it up. But, because people doubted that number because it was a DynoJet estimation. We did we put the car on the dyno. It was a Mustang dyno. And Mustang dynos are a heartbreak dyno. But the Mustang dyno has, the software gives you a DynoJet estimation, which raises the Mustang dyno 12%. They add 12% to that figure, and that gives you DynoJet. And everybody tells you, no, that's not accurate. That's not true. That's not the case. Well, I could see in some cases it wasn't, but then you go to the track, you weigh your car, you get the weight of the car, you figure in the driver, and then you go to the track and you look at the trap speed, you look at your ETs, and my performance easily backed up 800 horsepower. And the thing is, my car's going to go faster than that. I know it because I had a rear end. The clutches in the rear were slipping. And so I since changed the rear. And my tuner told me that my NOx, because we data logged the car, and he told me that I had NOx sensor activity. I didn't put enough boostane in the gas that day.
I'm going at 60. I saw that post you put on Instagram, a couple of them. Yeah, I like that color too on that Mach-E.
Everybody that lowered. So I guess it was Flores went on his little rant that he does or whatever hell you call it, but he was talking about that Mach-E. Dude, that freaking! I tell you what, whoever styled that one, or that is it a picture or is it a mock-up? I don't know, but it looked good, man. I would drive one.
Yeah, I saw it too, Des. I saw it. uh, an 84 300 ZX. Man, that was nice. You know what the problem that that Nissan had when they were building the 300 ZXs, because they were really hot cars, was they got too expensive, and they priced themselves out of the market with that. You know what I mean? It was like 300 ZX was really hot, but then at that price point, you could look at other cars that were hotter. That's what went wrong. The 280s and the 260s and 240s, they were cheap. If you could get one of them, they were as cheap as anything. I mean, I'm giving my age away a little bit here, talking about this kind of stuff, because we're talking about things that went on in the 70s and early 80s.
Yeah.
But, the 80s was an interesting time when fuel injection and turbos were just starting to take hold. Computer controls, engine management systems. The Fox bodies really were a major pioneer when it came to good engine electronics. You didn't suddenly, all the vacuum lines and all the vacuum canisters and all that vacuum stuff was gone. You opened up the hood and all you saw was this motor and some wires, you know what I mean, and a cable for the throttle body. That was it. Air pumps. Anybody remember the air pumps for emissions?
The smog pumps?
The smog pumps?
Yeah.
Is that different than secondary air pumps?
No, the secondary air pump, I think, is the same thing. It's basically
it shoots air into the cat to heat it up quicker.
No, that's not the air pump I'm talking about. No,
Okay, so yeah, that's secondary air.
But they had air pumps that pumped air right into the exhaust manifolds to shoot air onto the exhaust valves to keep them cool.
What's up, Shannon?
They did that when they came out with unleaded fuel, which this unleaded fuel transition, I think, in 1980, I remember there was one station still in town. It was a Getty station that you could still get premium leaded fuel. And by 1981, it was gone and you couldn't get it anymore. And everything was unleaded. And the engines that were being built for the new cars, they were having to put hardened seats on the valves. You know what I'm saying? And the low octane fuel, everything was getting really hot, and they were burning valves, and they came out with these air pumps. Some of them had these tubes. You could see them outside the exhaust manifolds, and they were plumbed right in. And then they started doing channels inside the cylinder heads that had these air ports that sprayed air onto the exhaust valves to keep them cool. But then the Fox bodies, actually, my 82 Mustang GT, I had an 82 Mustang GT that had an air pump on it. It was carbureted. And I don't know exactly what year they went away. I don't remember. Quite frankly, I don't remember if they were on the fuel injected ones. G-Funk would probably know if he's in the house. But all of that stuff started to go away, with electronic fuel injection, and the computers got more and more complicated and capable, had control systems that were capable of managing these things. Air pumps just disappeared. They just vanished. And the engines got more efficient with fuel injection. I mean, shit. I remember my grandfather had a Cadillac. He had a 73 Cadillac that used to get like 6 miles to the gallon. It was a pig. By 85, 86, because 85 Mustangs, they had a carburetor, But by 86, we had electronic fuel injection. And that was it. Everything changed from that point forward.
Shannon Scott, the fastest man in the chat. You know who Shannon Scott is, AB?
Nope.
Oh yeah, he's got a sick, and I do mean sick, 2JZ.
Yeah, I finally saw. I subscribed to him not long ago, and yeah, man, I was watching his videos, dude. Some of those rips off the line are pretty freaking ridiculous.
I think he was in our last live one, actually.
Yeah, and he's got less than 20 subs, but that's only because he says he never has time to record video, because he's always at the track, just doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Des. 85 was the last year for a carburetor, and 86 was the first year for fuel injection.
Yeah.
And 87 was the first year for 225 horse. 87 '87 was a great year for a Mustang, man. I came this close to buying one. I didn't buy one.
Primo, what you talking about, man?
Maybe the fact that Shannon's got less than 30 subs. What kind of crap is that? I
Yeah,
don't know.
Probably. Primo said he just put some. He just put headers on his car, so he's got that video coming up soon.
Make a channel for my dog, and she'll get 30 subscribers faster than I will.
Primo, who's going to tune your car? Scratch that. Don't.
He said Palm Beach, China.
Palm Beach, China. All right.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get some. I just want to do some autocross this year. That's all. Like, because I want my kid to be able to go out there and run those little carts. I was really excited to see that, and I thought it'd be fun little videos, like me running through the track and then him going through on his little go kart or whatever the heck it would be. I don't care if people don't like that. It's stuff I would. I want like my permanent record to have to be able to watch later.
I just want some damn drive. Not only be able to drive my car, but some videos of driving the car. Jesus, weather. So bad.
When does the weather get nice generally? Like around mid-March or something like that?
Yeah, I'm hoping within the next 3 to 4 weeks, the snow will start melting. It
You
just
know,
keeps piling.
I am fortunate we never see snow. I just don't like the heat in the summertime, man. Our summers are 6 months long and pretty freaking hot for that 6 months. My car doesn't. I got a killer chiller on it, so my car has no idea how hot it is outside. It runs great even in the heat, and the air conditioning still works great too. But you know,
Hey, Al,
yeah.
have you ever been hit by those? I mean, does it ever get cold where you live?
Well, I'm in Southwest Florida. I'm pretty far south. So what's? I mean, we never see frost. Let me put it that way.
All I know is I see on the news about the iguanas falling out of trees and hitting people and sending them to the hospital.
That's the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
So if you go towards Port St. Lucie or a place like that, it might get a little chilly there. And if you get extreme weather, it could go below freezing, and that's when the iguanas.
I've had frost in Lakeland and Orlando.
Yeah,
up north in northern Florida, you'll get it. But where he's at, heck no.
we never see it. Never see. I mean, it can happen, but it's like ultra rare. I only remember once where they told us we could get freeze, and people put plastic over their flowers because we plant stuff here that can't handle the frost. We don't expect to get frost, so people are putting stuff over their plants so that they don't die in the frost. And sometimes even when they give us a frost warning, we still don't get it. Like they anticipate that it could happen, but then it doesn't happen. It gets close, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yep. Cat 5 hurricane coming in. Oh, Cat 1.
We had a freaking it was actually last weekend. We had these storms that rolled through like last Sunday. We had a tornado come through and killed like 3 people on the coast here.
No kidding.
Yeah, I saw those on the news.
Really?
And then like the day after the tornado came through, it got like freaking cold.
Yeah, Sabino asked where the gators were chilling in the street. Somewhere in Texas, I think the gators were freezing in the lakes.
Maybe he's talking about Alligator Alley, that one road in Florida. My son-in-law visited that road.
Oh yeah, that's even south of me. That's like the main highway on the West Coast that goes north to south. It's Route 75. It goes all the way south, and then it turns and goes east towards Fort Lauderdale, and that's Alligator Alley. When 75 turns east and goes towards Fort Lauderdale, right across the bottom of the state. Yeah. That's Alligator Alley. On the south side of that road is the Everglades. It's a little bit on the north side too. There's been a couple times where I've been there. I'll tell you an interesting story about that. We drove to the Everglades to check out the gators, right? So, you go down there and you pull off on one of these side roads, and there's a little building where you get a brochure and it gives you a map of the roads, and you just drive in. It's like a gravel road that's maintained. It's nice and flat. You can go in there with any kind of car. You don't need a truck or nothing. And on both sides of the road is water ditches, right? And you can go in for miles and miles and miles. There's nobody in there. But what happens is, as you drive in, the further in you go, the alligators get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you can see them on the side of the road. They're just laying in the sun, just outside the water, just warming up. Yeah. And us, like a couple of stupid tourists, right? So we're driving in, we get out of the car. I got my camera, I'm taking pictures. Oh, look at these alligators, like they're cute little, rabbits or something. All of a sudden, one of them takes an aggressive posture and darts into the water aggressively and starts coming towards us. Dang. And I'm like, holy smokes, get in the car, because it's like something that you'd see in the Amazon River when alligators closing in on prey. This thing was coming at us. It's like, holy shit, we couldn't get into the car fast enough. That freaking alligator was thinking we were lunch, And they were big. I mean, big, like 15 feet. Something that if it got a hold of you, you're done. You don't have a chance.
I used to be stationed in Charleston, and I had to take this guy to this really remote part of base. And there's like this road, and on either side of the road, this just drops off into the swamp. And pulling out in front of me, man, there was a gator. God, it's like from tip to tip. He took up the entire road, just laying there in the freaking road. And I'm like, I was like, well, I'm gonna have to take you back to the office because there's a damn dinosaur in the way. We can't get through here. It was the biggest freaking alligator I'd ever seen.
Yep.
Hey, Matt, you said you're in the Navy, right?
Yeah.
I just want to say goodbye to Desmond, gone in 60. He's checking out. So we'll see you next time, Des.
Later, Desmond.
Take care.
You'll never see me in my uniform on here. I'll tell you that. I'm not one of those guys.
No, I came across a guy on Instagram today that I've been following a while. I think the name of his channel is Baby Yaga 5.0 or something like that. And he said that he, on his bio, that he lived in Hawaii. And I, told him, I said, damn, I'm jelly that you live in Hawaii. He told him that I visited there last February. And he said he's there. And I asked him where he used to live. And he said he used to live in California, and then I forget where else, but he said he'll have to be moving in another 3 years. And I said, well, why 3 years? And he said, well, I'm in the Navy. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
David Martin in the house. What's up, David?
There's a couple does that mean he's based in...
Oh, go ahead, Matt.
Oh, does that mean he's based in Hawaii for 3 years?
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, dude. How sweet would that be?
Not as sweet as
I've heard it gets boring after about 6 months.
It gets boring after 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks, really? You get like you can pretty much do a lot of the major things in about 2 weeks, and then you're stuck. Like you get that feeling, hey, I'm actually stuck on a freaking island.
What's up, David?
Look, a talking car. What's up, David?
Honeymoon phase over.
But at this point, I'm gonna sign off too. I'm working again, so I got to get back to work. We were going to. I thought that I was only had a couple days, but actually, I'm going to be going in for the next couple of days. So got to go get some rest and get up early to go to work.
Hey, surprise. It's snowing again.
It's snowing again, Matt?
It's snowing again, yep.
Oh, man. All right, well, you guys stay warm, and we'll catch you next time. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Take care, Al.
Have a great night.
I'm trying to post the freaking link, and I can't do it.
You were doing it all night.
I know, but my computer is like, I have my computer right behind my phone, which is what I'm talking on. Yeah. And it's like, it's frozen all of a sudden.
But, I noticed with this new phone, it freezes a lot.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
You're not frozen right now.
Yeah, well, StreamYard's saying something went wrong on my computer.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, but yeah, man, so I'm probably gonna raise the boss and just check the tranny fluid. I might switch it out from the Calmer cocktail. Everybody else was, I think, saying BG Synchro Shift. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I might try that out. Calmer's all AMSOIL stuff though. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because it definitely whined more as soon as I put the Calmer in. It made more noise when I put the Calmer in, but it just still shifted very smooth. So I think I might I don't know if I want to drain. It's only
every gear, or
what's up?
in every gear, or just one gear in particular? Or?
No, man. It's definitely it's every gear. So it's like underloading. Like you can hear it as it picks up speed. So it's definitely the teeth. Meshing. I don't know if it's the main drive
gear shouldn't be making noise unless there's a problem.
Well, according to a bunch of freaking random Ford techs, I don't know. A bunch of them were saying, and I know you're a Ford tech too, so this is you're probably going to tell me to cram it, but yeah, they are all saying that just as normal wear pattern of the gears is eventually they can develop a whine. So I don't know. Oh, here we go. Hold on, I'm back in.
I've never had to look into one.
Yeah, a bunch of guys were saying, man, a bunch of them were saying I've driven mine for like 40K plus. I was asking on the boss group. I'm not alone. Apparently, there's a bunch of them on there, and they're like, yeah, I've had no issues. It just makes more noise than it used to.
What's up, Northern?
If it ever gave away, I'd look at the Tramex shift if I could, but it would be a pretty penny for sure. All right, here we go. I'm back up. Let's see if anybody wants.
That's the one weak link in the Mustang is the transmission, and honestly, it's the reason why I'll never get another regular Mustang. Like until the MT82's gone, I hated it. Now that I've felt the Tremec in the 350, I tried to go back and drive my friend's 5.0, and I was just like, oh my god, I drove this for 2 years. Fuck.
Before I had this, I had a 17 Roush Stage 3, and it had the MT82. But early in the ownership of the car, I upgraded the clutch and the shifter, and that made a huge difference. I'll say that. And I drove that car like I stole it every time I took it out, and never.
I don't know what it is. You either get, it's kind of like the Voodoo motor. You either get a good one, or you get just one that's just effed from the beginning.
Well, I'm at 61,000 miles. I'm still shifting good. I mean, I think, I don't know. I don't want to say I baby it, but I do. I mean, I do pretty good hard pulls quite often, and it's treated me well, man. I haven't missed a shift and I don't grind it, and I don't know. I try and just take care of it as best I can. But
David, the new Mach 1 will have
the Tremec.
I want to drive one, man. I just want to drive one. Most dealerships, though, when the cars get, at least around me, probably because I'm near a military base, but when the cars get up that price range, they don't even want you to test drive it unless you're going to buy it. Like I was going to go test drive a 350, and they're like, no. They let me start it. That was about it.
I saw some guy posted a video the other day. He said that basically the new Mach 1s are basically a new Boss.
That's what I would do. If I ever bought one, I would take all the Mach 1 badging off of it and put Boss 302 on it, because that's what it is. It's a 302 cubic inch engine. It's a road course car. It's Mach 1 shaker hoods. That's all dead old. They should have just let the name die.
CDC has come out with that shaker for it, man. It's got the first guy who does it, and if he's on YouTube and he posts it, it's gonna get a million views.
But the point of the shaker hood is eliminated by not having a carburetor, and
I've got the MGW short throw, man. I love my MGW. Any car I get from now on is gonna have an MGW. Yeah, but the thing is, the numbers are so limited; they're not going to make a ton of money on that.
David. Boo hoo.
Boo boo, no shaker hood. That won't win races.
It's too funny. All right, hey, I got a text. I got to make a call here too, so I'm gonna have to jump off.
Yeah, I might end it here in a minute. I don't think I think our numbers are starting to dwindle. Oh, there's 2 valves. Maybe I'll hang out for a minute or two.
Hey,
honestly, again, just like last time, I was about to go to bed, and I was just online, and I just saw, oh, he's live.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it, man. I decided, you know what? No, I don't know anybody who's live today, and I was texting this guy below me. What were you about to say, Matt? You need me to take you off?
No, I wanted to take that comment off the board so I could see AB's full channel name, because I wanted to check him out after I get done too. So yeah, there you go. All right, so it's okay. And then AB, I see what you're talking. I started a stream last night at midnight, and I planned on running for a couple hours, and it went till 6 a.m. It just flies.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still hurting from yesterday.
They're already asking if you're going to go live if I get off.
No, not tonight, man. Not tonight. I need a night. I need to go to bed at a normal time. This is my
I
body.
went live on Facebook on my last track day for the first session of the day, and a lot of people were watching that. That was cool.
See, I'd be so. See, that's the thing. I'd be so worried. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be worried, but then like, if you crash, that's like permanently forever.
Yeah.
They saw it live, and you can't delete it because they know. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a risk, but I'm a risk it for the biscuit type person. So
Risk it. I've never heard that phrase. That's pretty cool. Risk it for the biscuit.
I've taken it. I've done 2 track days in the wet. One at Sebring, I almost put the car into the wall. Like that's on one of my videos. You have to go watch that video. Like Michelin Cup 2 tires. They're like half slicks. I was on those, and it started to rain in the middle of my session, and I went off track, and on the wet grass, I was somehow able to slow the car down enough that I was able to get it to turn. My passenger, he has a 500. He took me around in that, and then I took him around in my 350. We just did, a little back and forth there. If he could have reached out and touched the wall. We were that close.
Does he have a new 500 or an older one?
Yeah, 2020.
Did you go to church the next day and say 10 Hail Marys?
That's probably why it happened. This was on a Sunday.
Dude, I would have gotten out and kissed the ground.
Holy shit, that was close. Yeah.
Yeah. So the biggest boss YouTuber, I think his name, or he still has a channel and people still follow him, but his name was Sean McGinn. He put his car in the wall, and so he has not put out any new content in 2 years.
Yeah. And then the last time I went to Sebring, I blew a tire on the first lap of the second session. So that,
I'd like to take this to Road America. That'd be freaking sweet.
Oh yeah.
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 It's got some nice long straightaways too, so you can get it up to 160 on no problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
that'd be sweet.
You mean down in Atlanta? Is that what you're talking about?
No, Road America's up in Wisconsin.
Don't they run? Isn't that just an event that's run at multiple tracks? That's what I thought it was. Am I wrong?
No, Road America is an actual track up in Wisconsin at the road course. It's got 4 long straightaways.
It's 4 miles.
And they have track days where you can, it's open to the public and you can bring your cars up there and run them. Yeah, I've already
In
looked
order,
into
you
it.
want to come in, man. Don't make it just be 3 of us. It's lonely up here.
All right, well, I got to get out, and I'm sure I'll see you sometime, somewhere, tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it, man. I definitely need to do something with my MG group. All right, yeah, man. I'll see you later, Matt.
Okay, it's nice meeting you, AB.
Later. Nice meeting you.
Later.
So when's the next track day you got?
Next Sunday. It's just the firm. It's a little 1.6 mile course, and
How much does it cost you to get on there?
$250.
Do you buy track insurance or do you just go out there?
You should, but at that track, there's nothing you can hit if you go off track.
Yeah.
So it's really just don't. If I'm the type of person, if somebody's even remotely close to me, I just pull over and let them go. I don't risk the
That'd be me
they're
too.
coming up on me. Yeah, and then if I get up on somebody when I go into a braking zone, I completely make sure I'm out of line with them unless there's no other option, just in case. I just leave no. I try to minimize the risk because obviously
Well, I mean, freaking yeah, that's one of my biggest fears. I want to do stuff like that, but if I lose the car, I lose the damn car.
Yeah. Autocrossing's pretty relatively safe. You're the only one out there. As long as it's not like a parking lot with a bunch of light poles and and then, but the cool thing about track insurance is you can insure a number and not, just the car. So if you have, if I were to do, $14,000 worth of aero on the car, get all the stuff that I want, I can insure that as well. So if anything does happen, not only is the car covered, then everything I've done to it as well. So that's cool that it's more or less personal property insurance. You just assign a number to it, and
I think Haggerty does it too, right?
yep, Haggerty's a big one that does it. Yep.
So if I did that, then I'd probably just take the Boss off of my USA insurance and put it with my MG on Haggerty.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
because I don't drive it near like this past year, man. I usually average probably about 5,000 to 7,000 miles a year, depending on like the shows I'm going to or what I'm doing. And I just realized because I did a video last year of my 60,000 mile update. I think I put 1,500 miles on it this past year. That is ridiculously low for me.
wow, yeah. I mean, I've had my car for almost 2 years now, and I'm only at like 9,500 on it. I mean, every time I drive it, it's either to do. I don't just ever just putt around in it. It's to either go on a rally, go to a track day,
Yeah.
go to like a big event. Like that's just.
Well, so now like if it's a nice day, I don't take my Boss to work anymore. I just save it for car shows and stuff with my kids, and because that's the car I have to take the family. So if it's a nice day to work, man, I just take the old ass convertible and pray to God I don't break down on the way.
Yeah.
But
You can drag, get your car insured, but have to have it as a business car in order to do it. You mean like get it covered through your regular insurance? Because I'm pretty sure.
So my buddy, he's actually, I don't know if this is what she's talking about. My buddy, he's got a channel too. It's I can't remember the damn name, but he's got a 2015. He used to have Paxton, went bigger Paxton, didn't like it, put a big ass turbo on it, and he runs out local near me, but he's putting his business name on it, so it's becoming a business expense. I don't know what loophole he's doing, but that's what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what a lot of small business owners do. That's how they get these cars. Or that's how they partially afford them is it's a advertisement or a business expense. Just you have to watch this. I got a dyno video. We went to a dyno meet last night. I didn't do my car because I had just done it 3 weeks prior, but my friend, he's got a Focus ST. I'm not going to tell you how much it put down, but I guarantee you'll probably, you'll be amazed at what it put down. Because
did he build any part of the motor? Because I've seen the horror movies or the horror videos where people like they build the boost ups crazy high on those motors and they crack it.
It's I think he ran 29 psi last night, and he's got port and direct injection. He's added port injection to it, and it's just it's the ST, so it's the 2 liter. It's got a bigger turbo on it, stock axle, stock transmission, stock clutch, and I'm not gonna lie, he would walk my ass.
Yeah.
Like up until probably maybe 140, 150, then I don't know if his car doesn't produce enough downforce to go, but he'll definitely beat me to 140.
Yeah, man. You always want something faster, but I'm at the point now where I'm just happy to have I'm just happy to have a cool car, something that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's all I need right now. At some point, down the road, I do want to add a Shelby to the garage, and if I add a Shelby, something's leaving. It's probably not the Boss. I'll say that. So I can say that.
Yep, you just lost a couple more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see.
I love the Boss. I love the Bosses. I wish they did the striping. I like the lights of the 13 and 14. I wish they did the striping of the 12s with the lights of the 13.
Nah, man. So honestly, what I'm gonna do one day is I'm gonna take I like the front end of my car, the 12. I don't like the bumper, the rear. I want to take the entire rear from a 13, just the bumper kit, and get the new foam, put it on my car, put the new taillight, the 13 taillights on, and then in my opinion, my car is perfect. I love my front.
Okay.
I just don't like the rear, and I'd
the rear definitely is more different.
but yeah, honestly, if I can get a one day my future house that I'm gonna buy a house with a lot more property, and I'd like to have like one of those what are the steel buildings that they put out there for a garage.
Pole barn.
Yeah, and just have it out there. I want to be able to put at least 4 cars in there and have one lift, and I would be a content person for the rest of my life until I filled up those 4 spots and needed another one. But I don't know, man. I just
McBride, he puts it all to the ground. He puts it all. He's about to put a limited slip diff in it now too.
Walker, what's this, man? Is that a pen? I can't tell what emoji that is. Walker, why? Am I missing a comment or something? Yeah, Walker here. This guy's got a really, really old MGB. Like it was in his family. I guess I think his great grandpa bought it. I think.
Yeah, he was in the last one.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
David, what you up to, man?
Me too. I like taking risks. Is that in reference to my risk it comment?
Yeah, risk it for the business. I don't think I'm not that way. I will not be risking anything for any biscuit. I will stay gladly parked and watch.
I mean, last night I went live on Facebook. I was driving excessive. It's the back roads in Florida, and man, I mean, if you watch towards the end of that live video, there was a deer. He was in the middle of the road. He left the road, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I had a come to Jesus moment back when I had an 05 GT. I just had my kid, man, and I was on a back road, and I think it was a 3 valve, obviously, but I did the full bolt-ons. I was probably making I don't know, probably a little over 315 or so. I don't know what the hell I was making. I don't even remember. I never had it dynoed, but I had it tuned. But I think I hit like one. I want to say it was like one. I was doing like 140 on a back road on like this narrow stretch where like either side of me was just rows of trees. To where if I like went off, I'm pretty much donezo's. And like I think I hit like I didn't see it. It was like a drop in the road where you kind of like go weightless for a second, and my heart just stops. And I was like, "This is the dumbest shit ever. I need to not be doing this." Because like it's a back road. It's not a damn racetrack.
Yeah.
But I don't do stuff like I have not even like I'll do pulls with my boss every now and then, but it's nothing like insane. Like you see some of these people do these street race videos. First of all, street racing is crazy anyway, but I'll do like a pull next to somebody. But some of these guys revving it out to like 145. I'm like, you guys are freaking nuts.
Yeah, I like a good mix of in between. Like,
that's like lock you up and take away your put you in jail territory.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next is Cage. Good night. Hey, see you later, Walker. Who are you talking about, 2 valve? You talking AB? He's got the 350, so he's got a Voodoo, if you're talking about him.
Voodoo. I would like to know how they came up with that name.
Good question. Good question. I don't know. Dude, I've heard SRT, right? They're supposed to be squashing the big horsepower motors. Let's see. Dave Martin, no man, you're wrong. You're wrong, bro. I'll be in 4th gear going that high.
I know my 3rd gear tops out at 109, and my 5th gear tops out 175.
So one guy in the Boss Owners group, and I saved it somewhere on my computer. I got to find it. But he put up the Excel sheet. He put up the Excel sheet of like every single calculated value he could create, like with stock shift points. Like if you rev it out to 7,500 RPM, what speed you should be at. So that way, if you go drag racing, you can kind of decide, hey, I'm either going to leave it in the gear, I'm going to shift one more time. So it's no. What do you mean, David? Don't give the man you've never met some hard time, David. David's a cool guy, by the way. He's a real cool guy. He's If
It's
he
not
follows,
slower, I promise.
he's definitely a guy you want to follow your channel. I'll say that, because if he talks bad about you, you're probably going to lose about 100 followers. He's in a lot of Mustang guys' channel, and everybody likes David. He's a good guy. Let's see, 2000. Yeah, so McBride here, it's a husband and wife. They've got the wife has one of the 2014, the ones that they sent the 5.0 way to. They actually sent it to Shelby American, and they built it into the GT350. So they've got one of those. It's really nice. Let's see the boss one. Now the boss tops out at 155. That's where the regulator's set. The governor.
My car's not governed.
Yeah, I am.
Stock.
But I'm never gonna get close to that anyway. So
Yeah.
unless I ever decide to go track days, but
Or on a dyno.
yeah, I guess so. That's true.
That's the only reason I know my fifth gear tops out at 175.
There's a guy right up the street from me. I'm actually probably gonna have him on my channel at some point. He's got a Camaro, and I don't know what motor he just put in it, but he's got a SS Camaro 2010, and he changed out the motor, but he's got a Power Glide transmission in it. It's got 2 gears. 2 gears.
What?
He hits. I think he hits. In first gear, he can hit like 140, but he's got like his conservative tune that I saw the video. His conservative tune was 1,010 horsepower, I think. His conservative tune.
This car drives on the street?
He drives it to the drag strip, yeah.
Jesus.
He takes it to Cars and Coffee. It's badass.
Like, that just doesn't even sound doable. 2 gears? Like
2 very, very, very long gears. I don't
his rear end ratio must be like super fucking low.
I don't know, man. Power Glides, it's just I don't know. I've seen like the Power Glide motorcycles where people put like twin turbo kits on them, and the guy will say the same thing. He's like, "Yeah, I can hit 140 in first gear, and then I just never touch second or something like that." I don't know, but they're just stupid fast.
That's ridiculous.
David, you talking about Fat Boy motorcycles? Those are nice bikes. I don't know anything about bikes, by the way. I won't have one. If I get a bike, I'll probably kill myself.
Yep.
2 gears faster and faster. Who's in here? Let's see. 2-speed glide. There we go. 2-valve knows something about 2-speed Power Glides. 5-1-3 gears. Dang.
Oh, I had it backwards then. Yeah, the transmission gears would be super low.
Sure. It's 2 gears. Faster. Okay. David, I don't know what that is, man. Don't know anything about it. I don't know. Like, the guy told me he had a Power Glide in a freaking. He told me it was in his Camaro because I've been talking to him, and I didn't know Power Glide transmissions came in anything other than the Power Glide motorcycle. So I learned something new that day. Yep. Let's see. How many people we got in here right now? Like 8 somehow. Who else is in here? Fat Boy's still in here. He did 130 in third. Fat Boy, are you 4-speed or are you 5-speed? I don't like calling him Fat Boy. It's Fat Boy Fox. I can't say can't call somebody Fat Boy and not feel like a joke about it.
Yeah, you're cyberbullying. That's against the community guidelines.
It's actually against the U.S. code. You can actually get charged for that.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that until I had to deal with that at work for somebody.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I wonder if Casing does. I have no idea, David. Maybe G2-valve does. Let's see. Can I post? Let's see. I don't know how many people are in here. We got 8 people in here. If anybody wants to pop in, just click that link. Let's see. David, what you up to, man? Yeah, David watches. Man, he watches a lot. He was watching a bunch of my videos. 2-speed Power Glide is an old GM automatic that's GM used in the 50s, I think, till the 70s. Great transmission for drag racing. It's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. Just old as hell. Let's see. Jason. Yeah, dude, I lost a bunch of subs earlier today. I don't know why. I'm probably gonna when I finish this, I'll probably cancel this and do a quick one on the MG, just an update video because it's been sitting here. And I'll tell everybody how it puked all over my garage. That was nasty, dude. I came out and it looked like my dog pissed on my car. Yeah. So you said you're racing at, where's this track you're at that you're racing at?
It's in Stark, Florida. It's about 45 minutes southwest of Jacksonville.
2-speed Glide has its own transmission. Okay.
Yeah, there'll be a group of like 15 to 20 of us there.
So is it done by class or is it just whoever signs up?
Yeah, it's whoever signs up. It's an open track day. It's not a race or anything. It's just, you know.
See, I want to get out there with an instructor. I don't pretend to be a better driver.
Oh no, yeah, no. If you've never been to a track day, they require it. Like that's one of the things that they require is.
Well, I'm saying like I would just love to get out there. Like if my wife wanted to like give that to me as a birthday present, dude, that'd be like the best freaking gift ever. Just to go out, like just to learn something. I love learning. When I don't pretend to know more than I do, dude. I just if I could learn something, it'd be great.
Yeah, the first time I went to Sebring, even though I've been on track before, I hadn't been to Sebring before. I paid for the instructor, and basically the instructor tells you when he's ready to leave you alone. I took him out for one session, and that was it. He was like, "I'm gonna go help this other guy." I was like, "Oh, okay." I wanted to learn the lines of the track, you know.
Yeah. So I'm at. So what tires you running on? What tires you running on the 350, man?
So for everyday use, I have the Super Sports, and when those are done, which they will be probably sometime late spring, if we even have spring down here in Florida, I'll switch to the Pilot Sport 4Ss.
See, that's what I was going to look at next because my rears they're cooked. They're pretty much done.
And then for the track, I have the Cup 2 tires.
Me too, David. Me too, man. So you recommend the Pilot 4Ss?
Yeah, I mean that is the best streetable tire that you can still go have fun with.
Yeah, because I need
great in the rain. I mean, they'll handle a track day as long as it's not like a hot track day. It'll depend on the temperature.
So what would you recommend though if I wanted to do autocross and drive it around? It's gonna get hot because they do it out on the airstrip here, the base airstrip. And it's tarmac. It's hot as hell.
Well, autocross isn't like a long period of time where you're out there beating on the tire. So
and I'll say this: I wouldn't want to walk on. I would not let myself or my dog walk on the road that I would have to be driving.
Oh no, yeah, that's very hot. I mean, you're gonna have to. Man, that's tough.
Yes, so the rears, I've actually already replaced the fronts. I replaced those 2 years ago because I was going to the American Muscle Show and I realized I had an uneven wear pattern, so my alignment was off, and one of my tires was like screwed. So I found a cheap set used on Marketplace real quick just to throw on there, but they were practically brand new because the guy swapped them out with something else. So I just put another set of Pirelli P0s on. So the fronts are still good. So I'm not going to swap all four, honestly. I'm just going to replace the rears, which is what are baked right now, and I'll do the fronts. as they go. I had a bang at my house, man. I might have to go check that. Huh. My kids are right above me, so I'm hoping one of them didn't fall out of his bed.
Yeah. Let's see. We got autocross. And then you're going to come down to like cost versus performance, versus durability. I mean,
I just want something that it won't disintegrate in a year, and it'll grip decently well. I don't know.
I'm just
all I
big
know-
on Michelin. Like I'm not paid by them, or sponsored by them, or anything like that. I've seen what the tires can do. I've been around a track with a Michelin test driver they help engineer the tires for the cars that they go on. I mean, Michelin is they're so far ahead in tire technology than everybody else. And the thing about tires is the hardest part is they all look the same. They're all black and round.
Yeah.
So Michelin's trying, it's really hard to stand out. I mean, they're even doing like this cool laser engraving technology stuff on the side of the tire, on the PS4Ss and the Cup 2s. It's kind of like almost looks like a felted ribbon like on the side where it says Michelin. I mean, they're just, in my opinion, it's just the best tire out there. I mean, most of your performance cars come from the factory, engineered with Michelin's on them. I mean, it's what all the sports car racing series, at least in the GT categories, the categories that resemble streetable cars. That's what they're using. The junior series will use like Yokohama and the Porsche series and the Continental and Pirelli, but
my Pirellis, dude, they're just garbage. They're just in the winter.
I had Pirelli P0s on my 5.0 and they didn't last long and they couldn't grip either.
On the winter, like right now, dude, it's like I'm driving on a damn Power Wheel plastic wheel.
I would say, I mean, your top two are going to be Continental and then Michelin, but the difference between the two is, in my opinion, it's pretty significant. Tires get flat spots easy. I don't think that's a Michelin problem. That sounds like a driver problem. Tires don't get flat spots unless you slide on them. I don't have any flat spotting issues with my tires. Hoosiers. Yeah. So for the track day that I was out at, Hoosier actually comes out there and they sell full slicks. They have, which is convenient for them to be out there. If I would have had, Hoosier slicks on my car, I could have easily gotten it replaced and been continued on with my day.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I was actually, funny story. I was when I was in Bahrain on my deployment, dude. Have you ever been to Bahrain?
No.
Okay, so it's like it's where all the Arabs go to sin. Technically, it's like what it is. It's like Sin City for all the Arab countries. Like all the princes will go there and just do horrible shit. Anyways, like enrolled like 10 GTRs, and all the GTRs had like freaking basically NASCAR style wheels on their cars, and
Really?
you can like hear them off in the distance just running. They must stupid power coming out of these things. So the guys will rev it, and you'll just see like a freaking 3-foot long flame come flying out.
My car's been to Mid Ohio.
LS swap BMW. I've seen a couple people do that.
There's an E46 down here that's LS swapped. It's coming to the dealership that I used to work at.
One of my up in Virginia Beach, there's like 4 of them. There's the people take the LSXs and throw them in the Fieros.
Oh Jesus!
They become little pocket Ferraris.
Jesus.
They're cool, man. They sound awesome too. I would
There was an
love
MLS
just
Swap 350Z at the dyno thing last night. With a turbo, untuned, put it on a dyno. Ugh, kids.
man. There's some riced out 350Zs by me, like a ton of them. A lot of these guys, 18-year-old Marine, they get a new paycheck. They want to have a cool car, and they go buy the coolest car they can afford, which is usually a V6 Mustang, or they'll find like a used. Because now it's like the mid 2000s 350s. They're pretty cheap, so they'll buy a couple of those, and then they'll throw a bunch of the mods they think that are cool on them, which they're not. Like this guy has a freaking whatever, I don't know what tune he's running on it, but it's shooting out black exhaust, and it sounds like a damn AK-47 every time he freaking revs it. But just so many riced out vehicles near me.
Oh yeah, that's the new thing to do, the crackle tunes and stuff. Now when McBride is talking about had PS4s on the GT350, still too stiff, not a good tire, plus flat spots. You mean flat spots from the car sitting for too long? Because that's not the tire's fault that you let it sit too long. I'm trying to figure out what he means by flat spots on these tires.
Let's
I've
just leave
never
it
had
at
flat
that.
spots on my tires.
We're all allowed to have different opinions, and we will move forward with the chat. We don't need to get into an argument about tires. We all like the same type of car, and we'll just move on without any drama.
I'm just going to understand.
Car sitting if you don't do the drive. Yeah, there you go, sitting.
Okay. Well, then, yeah,
it's on their 350. I'm assuming because their 350s they show it off.
okay. Yeah, I mean that's not the tire's fault. Yeah.
All right, someone say AK-47. Am I not allowed to say that, David? Am I going to get censored by YouTube? Probably.
Boo!
All right, I think I'm about to end this. It's 11 o'clock. I think we had a good. Well, I'll give it 3 more minutes so I can hit that 2-hour mark. So if you're sitting here and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do. I don't even know how many.
And go shake some hands.
Yeah. Well, I can't do
that. I think I just saw a comment about R888s or something.
Yeah.
The ProCharge GT350 that I know that lives down there, like 10 minutes from me.
Yeah.
He will not drive that in the rain anymore. He did a full 180 on a interstate highway in traffic in the rain. Somehow didn't manage to hit anybody, and everybody missed him.
Dang.
It's on his channel too.
I might have seen that.
Okay. ProCharge Beast?
Maybe. I don't know. I've seen a video of a guy.
He's driving on a highway and then
I just remember a car doing a complete spin around and like him saying, "I'm never doing this again," or somebody said like, I just remember seeing a video of that recently.
Yeah, his channel is ProCharge Beast.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, he's got R888s in the back. Great dry weather hooking tire. Not a tire that's going to last you a long time. I mean, they're like the Cup 2s. Their tread roller rating is like 180 or 200. But
what's up, Friscato? We're actually about to end this probably in about 1 minute, man. We've been going for about 2 hours, and I've got we got some stuff to do. And appreciate you coming in, though.
It is late.
Yeah, I definitely gotta record something real quick, and then I'll call it quits for the night. Hey, man, I appreciate you popping in, dude.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I got a good little group of guys here. There's one going pretty much every night. But you just I don't know. I try to pop in them if I can and say hey, but I can't just can't do this every night.
Oh yeah, no, and it would get overdone. Like we have a small audience right now. I mean,
there's a couple guys that get like I follow. I don't know if you know who Boosted 931 is or Speed Addict 731. So they've got they're in the thousands range for subs, and I follow those guys, and they got a pretty good live you talking, but it's all like way over my head because these guys are all forced induction, and I'm just this lowly stock two natural created guy.
No. I wouldn't say there's anything low about it. I love.
All right. Have a good night, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Hey, good night, everybody. Thanks for
See y'all
popping.
later.
All right, here we go.